Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Dropkick Skeptics. I'm Xavier. This is Luca.
Cocksucker.
On this show we cover anything and everything nerdy. We cover, trending news, comics, movies, TV shows, you name it, we got it. All right. So moving straight into some of the news. So Luca, Geoff Johns is actually going to be the new Kevin Feige over at the DCEU. How do you feel about that?
Well, let's start off by saying that Geoff Johns is a really good comic book writer. Wrote Green Lantern. He's writing a bunch of stuff right now.
Yeah, you probably follow him a little bit more than I do because I've been a little out of touch with comic books recently. So, why don't you fill me in, I guess?
Well, DC is basically appointing him to overlooking, I guess, all the movies that are going to be involved. So, it's a pretty some people disagree with it. I'm kind of on the fence about it because a lot of people don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know it, but the general audience doesn't know that I think he had some producing, right? Like, he was some producer for Green Lantern, the movie. The
Ryan Reynolds movie?
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds movie.
All right.
So,
I mean, that's not... production-wise, that's not a terrible thing.
Yeah, but then again...
Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had something to do with it. But I don't think they took any of his creative, stuff from it because I don't think he would change Parallax into a giant cloud.
Right. Hasn't he had his hands in the DC TV universe though?
That I don't know.
I feel like I've seen his name on a few of the episodes, not necessarily writing or anything, but just
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's doing everything now for DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a really good writer though. No, he is the guy, and I really do think that DC needs that Kevin Feige model.
Right. Somebody to just be like, hey guys, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want to dig into Batman v Superman because I'll be here forever.
Yeah. Honestly, see, that's a good point to bring up though, because I feel like it's not that he's not a good person to do the job, I just feel like it's too little too late. The foundation is already shaky as it is. You're bringing somebody in to take over and steer the ship, but the ship's already fucking crashed.
I don't think the ship has crashed yet. I mean, we still have a Suicide Squad and Wonder
all
Woman.
The other shit that they have planned, which was kind of I don't know. I feel like they kind of kicked themselves in the ass because they're yeah, we're doing all this other shit, but again, the foundation not the best.
Well, I do agree on the
you can't just announce everything right out of the gate.
No.
When you haven't even really opened the gate yet.
Well, the thing about DC is that, DC and Marvel is that Marvel had a set plan and there's a certain tone that they follow with all their movies.
Right.
DC, from what I've, observed is that they're basically an open sandbox.
Okay.
Different directors have their different techniques and different ways of doing stuff, and it could be catastrophic, I guess, because that's not really following a certain tone.
Right.
I mean, I think Marvel just has it better organized, but I think Geoff Johns is possibly the person to definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree that he's the right guy for the job.
Yeah,
he's
like I said earlier, he writes freaking almost everything.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he knows the characters way better than Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
But
oh my god, I'm so glad. I just want them to just fucking boot the guy out. Not saying he's a bad. I can't even finish that sentence. It's not that he's a terrible director. It's just that like there are things that he does well, which are action sequences and
visuals,
and then directing the rest of the movie should be handled by someone else.
Zack Snyder needs to. I don't know anymore. I mean, I
feel like, because honestly, for the longest time, I was always saying that Zack Snyder excels at adapting other works, but now he's even failing at that. Which is so sad because, and I know a lot of people won't agree with me on this, but I think fucking Watchmen was damn near perfect.
Watchmen was good. Yeah, Watchmen was good.
Because it was like watching a living comic book. As far as like, the action
so was
set pieces.
So was 300.
Right.
Yeah, so was 300. He's like once again, visually, he's great. When it comes to story, he falls off the horse and doesn't get back up.
It feels like he doesn't care about story. He's just, the story is his way. He's like, fuck that, let's get back to the action.
I mean, that's why I'm excited for, because there was a little hot rumor going around that Ben Affleck was supposed to be in Geoff Johns' spot to overlook all the DC films.
Yeah, I
that would have been interesting too, because obviously Ben Affleck is a better filmmaker than Zack Snyder.
Right, but I feel like, not that he doesn't have like the heart for it, but like, yes, he's an amazing filmmaker, but Geoff Johns is so rooted in comic books that he's the guy.
We'll see.
I'm expecting him to come out in a shining fucking silver battle suit, like Elijah Wood in Spy Kids 3. No, I'm the guy.
What? Why is that? Now I'm not as
it's not as
optimistic.
appealing to you anymore.
No, I kind of just sunk down. It just.
Why did Elijah Wood agree to that?
I don't know. We're going.
Had he worked with
We're going way off.
Before?
We're going way off topic. Jesus.
All right. Well, moving on.
but like in a nutshell, I'm excited to see what he's got in store. I'm out of all the DC movies, the most I'm excited for.
Aquaman.
Aquaman's gonna be good, but as of right now, Ben Affleck's take on Batman is woo.
All right, yeah, I'm really interested to see that because he's writing, directing, and starring, and isn't he producing it too?
Yeah, producing. He's gonna play every part. He's gonna play every part. And I would
you imagine Ben Affleck in the Harley Quinn suit? No. Like the traditional Harley Quinn suit with the jester fucking. What is that? Is it
the
a mask,
jester
a cowl?
Outfit
Yeah, that.
That'd be funny. Like, hi, Mr. J.
Beefy ass Ben Affleck. How you doing, Mr. J?
No, but yeah, I'm excited for that. All right, moving on. Another hot topic that's been going around is the possibility of a female James Bond.
No. I'm going to just start off right now, and I'm sure I'm losing a good chunk of our female audience, but no. Okay, what does James Bond being female add to the character? Other than to prove that anything you can do, I can do better. What is... if the character was written specifically as a man and has been, I don't know, it's hard to come off as anything but sexist in this conversation, but it just feels like there's so much behind this character that at this point, why change it?
Well, you heard the people were fooling around with the name Jane Bond.
Jane Bond, like G.I. Jane. Why don't we just get Demi Moore? That was Demi Moore, right?
Well, no, they were talking about yeah, that is Demi Moore, okay. But they were talking about the Scully from the X-Files,
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, good actress. Don't get me wrong.
Actress.
Great actress. Don't get me wrong. I'm all
I'm on board with a female-led, spy thriller movie, but it doesn't have to be James Bond.
Exactly. Why does it have to be James Bond? Not to sound like an old
fogey
old
about
man. No, but seriously, not to sound like an old man and say, I don't want change, but seriously.
You got your peanut butter in my chocolate and I don't like it.
Well, I hope they cast chocolate. I want
I was
Idris Elba.
gonna say, Idris Elba would be a really great, and you know what they could do, and this is going into like, you know, tin hat fucking territory here, but the big theory online, and I kind of ascribe to it, is that James Bond is a code name, which I'm not saying that they have to do it that way, especially since Daniel Craig's run as Bond has cemented that no, he is James Bond. But like, to have it be a code name and it just passes on from one person to the next adds like a whole nother layer to it, I feel like.
I think that's dumb.
Okay,
I'm just going to say straight up. I think James Bond is James Bond. It's just, you know, it's
like
a
different take on the character.
It's a soap opera. They just recast him. It's not like... I for one, I'm not that big of a fan of Bond having direct sequels. I kind of like just like picked adventures.
Yeah, okay.
With the
more
character,
like how, like the books, essentially.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's just like, fuck it. This story happened then. This happened in a different time.
Yeah, because trust me, I love a good James Bond movie. I love the dark Daniel Craig movies. I love the Roger Moore movies.
I don't know. It's just, at this point, I feel like so many people are asking for such radical changes of characters that have been around for so long. It's a little ridiculous.
Let me put it like this. They are rebooting Tomb Raider. I'm super excited for it. How would you feel if they took Lara Croft and added like a Dave Croft instead?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that's actually a really good point because they did make a male Tomb Raider. It's called Uncharted.
Exactly.
They didn't change the character.
And it
worked. Right.
And it worked.
They were
because
somebody in the writing room was like, well, what if we made a Tomb Raider game and instead of Lara Croft, it's Lawrence Croft? And somebody turned to him and said, Johnson, you're fired. But that's a great idea. Nathan Drake.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with doing something that's inspired by, you know, a very famous, well-known character and doing your own story with it.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It can be, you know, it can play it beat by beat, but just be... All right, it's gonna sound a little weird. It can be beat by beat, but just be yourself. Just
be yourself.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to our next topic. Our next trending news topic is the remake of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think that's right?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And
all-female Ghostbusters.
The ever popular Ghostbusters trailer that everybody is ecstatic over. You can smell the sarcasm.
Cut the sarcasm with a fucking
Okay,
knife.
So let me just get this off my chest about the female Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
movie.
I kind of just want to put this out there and lay it to rest and never talk about it again.
It just doesn't look good. That's it.
It's setting a bad tone from the trailers alone.
And you know what? I watch SNL.
Yeah.
And I like all the cast.
I like everybody except for Leslie Jones. Like, on the cast, it's not a bad cast. It's just, you know what you're getting with everyone.
Yeah, besides that, I like the cast. Paul, what the hell's his name?
Feig.
Yeah, Paul Feig. I like Spy. I like Bridesmaids. I like those movies, but it just doesn't look good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to myself and say, "Hey, this looks awesome." It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not because it's women either. It's because the tone that they're setting with this reboot is seems.
I want to like it.
Yeah,
I want to like everything.
I really wish I could.
It just.
I
doesn't...
mean, we're saving our criticism for when the movie comes out.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it either.
I'm not seeing it. I mean, like when I say it
comes out, I mean like online or on cable or Netflix.
Yeah, no, trust me.
When I can watch it in the comforts of my own home,
yeah.
by all means, I'll hope that I can catch it.
No, but I can't wait to see Ghostbusters in theaters. We're
going to see the original
Ghostbusters. No, I forgot to tell you, there's going to be a featurette for the remake before it starts.
Let's go.
So that'll be like an extreme pee break.
All right, cool.
Not to mean the shit on the movie. It's just I call it
if it's
how
good,
I see it,
great. If it's bad,
I'm hoping
it looks.
Good. If it gets good feedback, I'll go see it. I'll go see it.
I just have to wait to I'm gonna reserve my judgment as far as because I don't know if it's gonna be a good movie because I haven't seen it. It hasn't come out yet. Nobody really knows what it's gonna be until they see it. But as far as I'm concerned, based off of the trailers, nothing has really hooked me so far. So I feel like I don't have a reason to go see it. I'm not obligated to see this movie because it's a team of all female Ghostbusters. There's nothing there that's really hooking me tone wise. Mm-hmm. The decisions that have been made.
The jokes fall flat.
Yeah. It's Chris Hemsworth is in it.
He has.
I know, I'm saying that's the only real positive I can think of. Although I do have to say Kate McKinnon does look great in that movie. I feel like she could kind of steal the show.
I'm going to be honest. The trailer looked like if Bill Murray was the host of SNL and they were doing a sketch for Ghost. But
I'd much rather see this as a Ghostbusters sketch than a full movie.
I don't know. You know what?
How plenty of SNL sketches became movies.
Yeah.
How about this movie becomes an SNL sketch? A long-running SNL sketch with continuity.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I was going to say, if you really want Ghostbusters 3, the best way you're going to get it...
Play the game.
Exactly. Yeah. The one that came out in 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Great story.
That was a really good game.
Super great story.
So I'd recommend that game.
They go to hell and stuff, right?
Yeah,
they go to hell and...
It's it's what is it? It's Manhattan or some shit like that. Oh my god!
All right, so you got to talk about Rocky Horror Picture Show. So here,
right.
Since I've never seen it, I'll ask you some stuff about it, and we can compare it.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so
actually, you know what?
What? So, I'm sorry.
Hang on. We'll be right back. I want to show him this real quick. All right, and we're back. Fuck. Luca, what did you think now that you've seen a little bit of Rocky Horror and the trailer for the new one?
I get the appeal. I mean, Tim Curry. I knew Tim Curry was in it. I know there's that one line in there that I know, Great Scott. I know that line. Mm-hmm. I think that's in there, right?
I think. Yeah. Which one? What, the end?
The dude with the glasses?
Oh, yeah, right.
He says Great Scott. I don't know. I mean, I need to see the movie, but from what I've seen, I get, once again, not to sound like a broken record, I do get the appeal.
Right.
And I can already see how people, fans of the original are going to have an issue with the Fox version of it.
Right. Which is what I found out recently, because I thought it was going to be its own movie, and then when the trailer came out, it's just a Fox TV thing. It's not going to be how they do the live, like they did Grease.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe if they did that, it wouldn't be...
Exactly. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
As opposed to, just remaking it and just putting it out on TV, which is so weird. If you're going to remake the movie, release it theatrically, but, do a good job with it. I don't know. Yeah. I'm a much bigger fan of the original. It's not something that I watch all the time, but I saw it when I was younger, and it was a cool concept. I really shouldn't have seen it because, there's a lot of adult themes in there, and I'm curious and both worried as to how they're gonna handle that in this new version. I don't necessarily have a problem with the cast. It just, looking at the new trailer, it feels like I'm watching a high school production of Rocky Horror as opposed to, watching Rocky Horror.
I can see that. I mean, and then again, how are you gonna top Tim Curry?
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. That's Tim Curry at like not necessarily the peak of his career because he's done better stuff, but
like Congo.
No! Oh my god. The less said about that, the better.
Can I just go no one time?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
No.
But it's just
Sesame cake.
I'm
done.
That's Sesame cake. It's such an amazing performance by Tim Curry because he has so much fun with everything he does. And that's not to say that Laverne Cox can't, put that same drive into the performance. Mm-hmm. It's just, I feel like it's going to be extremely hard to top. Laverne Cox is a great actress.
Is that the one who's
going to be Dr. Frankenfurter? Yeah.
Frankenfurter, okay.
Yeah. But to try and step into the shoes of Tim Curry, or rather heels of Tim Curry, is...
I get it.
It's gonna be hard to top. So I'm gonna watch it apprehensively, but I'm gonna watch it and hope for the best.
I mean, maybe
I just feel like they scaled down the rest of the cast by going so young.